Hi, County Executive Mark Hackel. You know, it's been incredible. When we saw this pandemic coming our way here in the United States, in particular Macomb County, our first case we had seen on March 13th, we immediately enacted the emergency orders and an emergency declaration. With that being said, we've had a couple extensions with the support of the Board of Commissioners because of the numbers. The numbers continue to rise. But since that point, over the last month or so, we've seen those numbers decrease. And that trend itself has reversed, which is a great story for us here. Again, a lot of people have died as a result of this virus. A lot of people have contracted it. But the numbers, if you look at just the numbers themselves, really the story has been told. And I think what it says is been a lot of support from the community, from the businesses, and people saying, you know what, we understand this. We want to figure out how do we minimize that. So with that being said, at a point where we were looking at 200 cases a day and now looking at less than 20, at a point where we saw 33 deaths a day and now looking at less than one over a 7-day period, average, and as well as the percentage of people. At one point in time, people that were getting tested, almost 50% of them were testing positive, whereas today it's less than 3%. So a great story to tell. And the question is, does it still account for a state of emergency, which our declaration ends on the 26th of this month? More than likely, we will not be renewing it unless we see the trend starting to once again go in an upward trajectory. So with that, our first responders, our healthcare systems, our health department have done a great job. Even with the contact tracing, we're going to keep in place. So a lot of the work is still going to be done behind the scenes, but to say that it's still a state of emergency, well, I think it's more of a state of concern. Even the governor has not only lessened, but has eliminated the stay-at-home order, put a lot of businesses back to work. So here we're starting to see that this is moving in the right direction. We're going to continue to manage it, work with our local communities, work with our business partners to make sure that everybody's following CDC guidelines to make sure that we reduce the impact this is having on our community. So most likely, unless we see a reversal in the trends, we're probably not going to be seeking an extension from the Board of Commissioners on the 26th for the actual state of emergency, but still continue to make sure it's a state of concern. So in the meantime, help us work together to try to make sure that we minimize this threat and the concern that we're seeing, and we can continue to see these numbers drop here in Macomb County.